My name is Donovin Darius. I was fortunate to play 10 years in the NFL. So you ask yourself, why am I here? I believe Mr. Linville, I think Johnson, is that his name? Linville Joseph was supposed to be here, but God has an amazing way of working things out. Because what I want to share with you today, I believe that there's somebody in here that needs to hear what I have to say. I grew up in Camden, New Jersey. Anybody know where Camden, New Jersey is at? Okay, Camden is, 2 years ago, Camden was the #2 murder capital city in the United States of America. Okay, I heard some statistics about St. Thomas as well. So we can all relate coming up from the same situation. Growing up, I grew up in a single parent home. It was just my mom. My dad was there. He was in and out of the house. He really didn't do a whole lot of anything. But it was 5 of us. We were on welfare, okay? We got the government cheese. Many times I went in the freezer. It wasn't anything in there except ice cubes. And sometimes that was half full anyway. I would go in the cabinet. It wasn't nothing but a can of beets and beans. And so we had some very, very humble beginnings. But as I grew up, one of the things my mom had always did is she always tried to put me around positive people. Okay, she gave me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do in life. And one of the forms for me was athletics. Athletics was a great opportunity for me to go forward. And for one, it did several things. One, it kept me out of trouble. 2, it allowed the God-given abilities and gifts inside of me to go forward for me to exercise it. And so I'm a living witness because of that. Even Pop Warner football, we couldn't play because we didn't have enough money for registration. And so through my life of athletics, through my life of keep my grades in athletics, God opened, there was many, many doors opened up. I always talk about there's 2 types of people in this world. There's 2 types of people in this world. There are dream makers and there are dream breakers. Dream makers, to me, those are people who encourage you. They're the ones that if you say you want to do something in life, they say, I'm going to stand beside you, I'm going to help you, I'm going to do it. Now, on the other hand, there are dream breakers. Now, we already know who they are. When you say you want to do something, they laugh at you. When you say, I want to do this, they say, your mom ain't do it, your dad didn't do it, so you can't do it either. And so why would you even try? They try to steal every bit of hope out of you that they can because they don't want to see you succeed. Okay, there's some people like that in here. And you know how you can identify them? Because they're talking. That's how you know who is simple math. 1 + 1 equals what? 2 + 2 equals what? There you go. People that's talking, when other people are talking, okay, they're on the road to failure because nobody can tell them something. I'm going to share something with you guys. I graduated from high school. I got a full ride scholarship to Syracuse University. To go to Syracuse, it costs $25,000 a year. Now, I couldn't afford $25,000 a year. My mom couldn't afford it. But Syracuse paid for me to go to school for 5 years. Right now, it costs about $40,000 to $50,000 to go to the big universities. They invested that into me. That's about almost $200,000 they invested into me, a kid from the hood. Okay, a kid that didn't really have a car. Okay, I would come home, the electricity be off. We barely have food. They invested that into me. And so I want to ask you guys too. You got to ask yourself, if you want an athletic scholarship or you want an opportunity to be something in life, what makes you different? What makes you different? When I look at you, I see me. I see a young man who just needs an opportunity. I see a young man who just needs hope. I see a young man who basically is right this close to excelling. That's what I see. I see young men who are the future. The future. Not just athletes, businessmen, professionals, pastors, teachers. That's what I see. But you know what the problem is? You don't see yourself that way. I can want more for you, everyone in here, than you want for yourself. And that's why when they called me for the conference, I said, sure, I'll come.